Hello, welcome to another Whatever Wednesday. Today for our Whatever Wednesday, we're going to take 3 dollar store pictures and turn them into these beautiful trio of mirrors. So what I'm showing you here are these wooden pictures that you can get from the Dollar Tree. I believe they're 8 inches by 8 inches, and they're just these wooden box pictures. So I got 3 of them. One of them had a heart on it, and that's where you'll see that I had ripped it off. These are 3 of the square mirrors from the Dollar Tree. This is the super glue that I bought from the Dollar Tree. That stuff is very strong. That's what I'm going to use to glue the mirrors to the base. And this is just some paint that I had around the house. I have white, black, a darker brown, and then I showed you this, but I didn't really use it. It's like a reddish brown. So if you've been following me, then you know that I like to take pieces of fake wood and paint them to make them look like real pieces of wood. So that's what I'm going to do on these. I'm going to cover up the pictures on them to make them look like wood. And what I do is put a brown, a white, and just streak it with a dry brush to make it appear as if it's grains of wood. I do it several times back and forth, and then I'll add in little knots just by using the tip of the paintbrush. Sometimes I'll go in with black to streak in some black just lines to make it look like there's deeper parts of a piece of wood. It's really up to you how you want your finished product to look. So just keep playing with the paint until it looks the way you want it to. So this is where I am so far. That's just the brown and the white, and I'm just going back and forth with that paintbrush. And now I'm going to do the sides to get the picture off of the sides. And I'm really sorry about the angle. I know you can't really see me doing it, but this is the best angle that I could get. I'm going in with some dark brown again because I lost a little bit of dark brown into the white. It started to turn into a lighter brown, and I wanted some of those darker values again to come out. So I just keep adding the darker paint to get the darker values of wood grain. So this is where I am so far. This is before I add in the black. In a minute I'm going to take the black and I'm going to streak some black into it to get even darker values. I'm going to pour the black paint into a cup here just so I can control how much I'm putting on the tip of this paintbrush. And I'm going to choose to use a flat dry brush to pick up that black paint because I don't want too much of it and I don't want it to blend with the other colors. I want it to stay a black streak and then I can blend it in as needed. I'm sorry guys, I just noticed as I'm editing the video that I left the red cup right in the way so you can't even see what I'm doing. What I'm doing is just adding those black streaks and I'm going back and forth with the flat brush that I'm dipping in the paint and the round brush that I've been using with the brown and white on it, and that's how I'm just blending it all in but still leaving the streak of a darker color. So we're just going to go back and forth with whatever color you want to get it to the shade that you want it to be with the amount of streaks to appear as wood grain until you're satisfied with it. This is really an individual thing. If you like the way it looks as a real light whitewash, then keep it that way. I wanted to go for a little bit darker this time, so that's why I keep adding the black and the darker brown. Okay, I am finally happy with how this looks. This is how it turned out. I like it. It's got the dark brown, it's got the black in there, and it's also got some light shades of wood. So I'm gonna let this dry now. So I'm moving on to the second one. I'm gonna do the same process for all 3 pieces. So I just want to let you know I do go back and put another coat on the sides there just to cover the picture so that picture doesn't show through. And here's how the second one turned out. I'm gonna put this to the side and let this one dry also. Moving on to the third and last one. Guys, here they are drying. This one is the last one, so it's really tacky and wet still. This is the second one I did. It's drying nice. And here is the third one I did. This one was really dark. I guess it's because like my paintbrush didn't have all the different colors in it yet. But you know what? I don't really care because I like them. So I just painted them to look like pieces of wood. You've seen before when I made my farm sign how I'm just not real specific. I just keep going until I think I got a pattern that I like. Like I said, that one's still wet, that's why it's shiny. So we're gonna let them dry and then I'll show you what we're gonna do next. So here it is, all nice and dry. All I'm gonna do is take my super glue out, and it's time to glue the mirrors to the center of the board. I try not to eyeball anything because when I eyeball measurements, then I'm usually way off. So I'm gonna find the center of the board and then the center of the mirror and make sure that everything is even. So a little tip for you guys, the Dollar Tree sells these single-use super glues, and I forget how many come to a pack. I think it's 4 or 5. These are the best things because when you're done using it, you just throw it away and you don't have to worry about open super glue laying in your drawers or getting the super glue on anything. So all I'm doing is I chose not to take the rubber pads off of the back of the mirror. I choose to use those as my gluing points. So that's what I'm doing is I'm putting the super glue on the rubber pads of the mirror, and then I'm going to put the mirror in the center of the wooden plaque. So what I didn't take into consideration is that super glue, it adheres immediately. So that's what that face is all about. I don't think it was on straight. It finally turned out okay, but I learned my lesson. You put it down and it stays down.
It bonds instantly.
So I'm just going to clean up the mirrors with Windex now, and let me just tell you, editing this video, I'm watching my face and I'm talking to my 19-year-old daughter, and I can just see how expressive my face is when I talk. It's so funny. I had no idea I was that expressive with my face. So anyway, I'm just cleaning up the mirrors with some Windex. So here they are. This is how they turned out. I really love the way they turned out. I think they look great. They're gonna go on my wall next to my kitchen. And unfortunately, I don't have any command strips right now, so I can't hang them and show you how they're hung. But I really love how they turned out. So these are 3 wooden plaques with pictures drawn on them from the Dollar Tree and 3 square mirrors from the Dollar Tree. And also I did buy a pack of super glue. And so that's it, you guys. For a total of $7, I got this trio of mirrors. They're gorgeous. All right, guys, see you next time.